Don't ask me to talk.
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Join me, Stacey Heller,
And me, Eric Ryder.
as we talk about what's good to watch, read, see, listen to, and more.
An edutaining 1-hour break in your day that includes the segment, What Are We Eating? Sponsored by Dingfelder's Delicatessen.
Stick with us for something good. Hey everybody, welcome to Don't Ask Me to Talk here on 880 AM Kixie. I am Stacey Heller. I am one of your co-hosts. I'm joined by Eric Ryder.
That's me.
And we like to consider ourselves a 1-hour distraction from all the negative stuff that we consume. Instead, we like to focus on the good stuff, the random good stuff or the purposeful good stuff that happens because good stuff is worth sharing. So thanks, of course, to everyone who listens to the show, whether you're listening live or you listen to it as a podcast. We so appreciate it. Make sure that you share it with others because, as we like to say, good stuff is worth sharing. If you would like to connect with us, feel free to text or call the number 475-999-2726.
Or 475-99-YAP-AM.
I am liking this one. I really am.
It's the first and only one that actually has some relation to what we do here. So, yeah, I think that may be our standard now.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that I do wish that people would actually call into the number and let us know your thoughts so that we're not in just an echo chamber of what we think is like, haha, this is great. So dare I say it, text or call 475-99-YAP-AM and let us know what you think of that. All right. So it's important now that we shift gears to talk about what today is. I know you look forward to this every week.
Of course.
And you must miss it, by the way, on like Friday through Wednesday.
You know, I was thinking about that the other day, that we're just highlighting what's happening or what made up holiday it is on Thursday. So we're kind of really missing a whole bunch of random ones. And maybe we need to look back on the week that was.
That's a good, you know what? We need to add that to the Wheel O Topics.
Right.
Right? Like the week that was and review the other holidays that happened that we missed. I'm going to make a note.
And we still need a fun name for this segment. National Days?
Yeah.
In a daze? How about that?
Oh.
We're in a daze.
We're in a daze.
Yes.
I like that. Okay. Well, we're in a daze. And I'm coming out of the days to share what today's is. So there was a whole bunch of them. I will say it was not a very exciting, or it's not a very exciting day, but it is National Hip Hop Day. Now,
okay.
Are you a fan of hip hop?
I like some hip hop, sure.
So do you consider hip hop to be rap, or do you consider it to be like a separate genre?
I mean, I think all rap is hip hop, but not all hip hop is rap, if that makes sense.
Yep, that tracks.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I was introduced to it when I was in high school, and the guy that I dated was really into it, and he introduced me to LL Cool J.
Ladies love Cool James.
Right? And to like Biz Markie and like, I don't know, a whole bunch of hip hop and rap. Shinehead, big Shinehead. There was like a reggae vibe to it. And I found that I really liked it, actually. Big fan. So happy National Hip Hop Day to all of you out there. All of you hippin' and hoppin' folks.
Oh, my God.
I know, that was bad, right? Hey, there's no point in me pretending that I am not anything other than what and who I am.
Yes. I mean, it's the two whitest people on the planet
Right.
here talking about hip hop. So it's
Right, exactly. That is
it's gonna be
that's
gonna be
my
funny.
point. That
Yes.
is, thank you for getting it. That is 100% my point.
Yes, and I knew that going in, but I still did not expect it to get that Caucasian.
Well, what can I
It's
say?
like we went back in time for a second. Hippity and hoppy and all over the place.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, you're
It's all
welcome.
good.
Today is also National Presidential Joke Day.
Hey, you know what that reminds me of? The two things together, actually. Remember when there was a rapping Ronnie Reagan hit song back in the 80s?
Yes.
So I can't imagine that these made-up holidays existed back then, but maybe they did. Somebody flipped through their calendar and said, hey, that gives me a good idea. I'll do a Ronald Reagan impression rapping a terrible song.
Okay, so...
And back then, of course, there was a time period in the 80s where hip-hop was a little bit newer, where everything became hip-hop. Just like in the 70s, where everything became disco for a little bit. Like every commercial, like everybody had to take I'm such and such and I'm here to say was like the standard opening line for that. And the Super Bowl shuffle, of course, was big.
I was going to say that.
Right.
Okay, by the way, I don't know if you read this, but do you know what the history of National Presidential Joke Day is?
No.
Okay, are you sure you didn't read ahead in the textbook?
I did not.
Okay, so this day itself is built upon a joke made by then President Ronald Reagan during a sound check for his regular Saturday evening radio broadcast on NPR. Reagan said, "My fellow Americans, I'm pleased to tell you today that I have signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes."
I remember that, and that was terrifying.
And what he did not know, of course, was that the feed was live. While networks had been keeping comments made during sound checks private since 1982, someone leaked this particular feed to the general public. The joke showed up on the front page of the London Standard and eventually was even aired on CBS in its Monday evening report. His supporters loved it, of course. His critics did not. Neither did the Soviet Union. Foreshadowing. They reportedly put their military on high alert. Anyway, basically, this moment, this situation, somebody decided to memorialize it by establishing National Presidential Joke Day.
Wow. And, I had to actually look this up because my memory was cloudy on this, but the song was Ronnie's Rap by Ron and the DC Crew, and it was written by voice actor, radio personality Mark Moseley, and it was a novelty song pretending to be performed by the 40th American President, Ronald Reagan. And the lyrics are, "Well, I'm the Big Gipper, and I'm here to say that I'm the biggest rapper in the USA. Yeah, my name's Ron with the DC Crew, going on record with a rap for you. Push, push into George Bush. Tip O'Neill. I'm the Big Gipper, don't mess with me. I'm the baddest rapper this side of DC, with my best girl Nancy as my spouse, rapping to you from that big white house. Nancy, let's break, Nancy, jam on it." So this is what
Wow! Can we all just take a moment to slow clap this? I mean, I'm stunned. You never cease to amaze me.
I'm glad I looked it up because that song was stuck in my head at the time because it's just the sort of thing that
It's an earworm.
Yeah, a 6-year-old would find hilarious.
Of course. Oh my gosh.
And so it was really stuck in my head at the time when it came out. But I had forgotten most of the words. So
And what was the name of it again?
it's called Ronnie's Rap by Ron and the DC Crew.
So you know that is now going to be the name of this episode.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. That's amazing. I feel like we could just end the show here and it would be a huge success. I mean, we probably shouldn't, but I'm just saying. Okay. Wow, you really do throw me a curveball every once in a while that just throws me off.
And by the way, Ron and the DC crew, please don't sue us because
hey, you didn't sample it.
I didn't
You
sample.
quoted.
That was a live performance of the song.
Exactly. You just did a cover and you acknowledged the writer and performers.
There you go.
Speaking of bombing, though, it is also. Just saying.
Are you saying I was bombing over here?
No, not at all. No, Ronnie had said that.
Then explain this flop sweat.
Well, that's a you problem, Eric. No, I am making that nice segue from Ronnie joking about bombing Russia to Raspberry Bomb Day. Nope, not Raspberry Beret Day. Today is Raspberry Bombe Day, Bombe.
Yes, a traditional French dessert referred to as bombe glacée or bombe, made with ice cream or sherbet and a mixture of custard and fruit. And I had never heard of a raspberry bombe until seeing this on the notes today, and I looked it up, and man, this looks delicious.
Right?
And I think I need to get in on this.
It is like, and it makes me think of bomb pops. What's interesting is a lot of times this dessert has an interesting shape. I'm thinking back to like those Jell-O molds that have kind of like the rounded
Yeah, it's like a big scoop.
Right. And so anyway, it's a dessert that is delicious.
And some of these pictures remind me of a Benny Hill joke, but we won't go any further into that.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that just
featuring
feels like
two bald guys and some either cherries or raspberries.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I watched Benny Hill as a kid. Enough said. Wow. I feel like our days segment here has left me in a daze.
Amen.
Okay. So we're going to totally switch gears when we come back from the break. And the topic that we picked last week for today's show is best feel-good stories. And first, when we come back, I want to talk about what that means to each of us, and then we'll share our stories.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back with Don't Ask Me to Talk. Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture, or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then, I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging.
Interested in learning something new? Meeting someone new? Find out things that we have in common? Well, of course you are. You're a human being. So let's get intentional about it. Join me, JDK Winnikin, every week and get all of that in less than an hour. I'm a writer, a historian, a social commentator, and my show is all about you. Really, that's what it's called. This show is all about you. Get my perspectives on the week's news and hear fascinating guests whose stories will inspire and move you. My show is all about giving you something that connects us. Join me Mondays on Kixie 880 at 3 p.m. or download it as a podcast.
Can't get enough of Stacy and Eric? Then be sure and check out Stacy Connects with Stacy Heller wherever you find podcasts. Stacy chats with guests about a variety of topics, hoping to make a connection through conversation.
Don't ask me to talk. Welcome back to the show. It took, about a minute and a half to recover from Eric's rendition of Ronnie's rap. So welcome back. I'm Stacy Heller. I'm joined, of course, by...
Well, it's the Gipper. No, it's it's Eric Ryder. Sorry. As a kid, I did like 2 impressions. So that, had to bring that into the show at some point.
My only impressions really are like Muppet characters. That's it.
I did the very rudimentary Reagan impression.
I mean,
and that was really more based on Ronnie and the DC crew than it was the actual president. And I did a pretty good Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
going to do it now?
Well, when it feels right,
Okay,
we'll squeeze that in.
I
yeah.
understand. Yes, Gilbert was that way.
Yes. I think I did the Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
at one point on the show,
Yeah,
too. So
you did. So,
there might have been 3 impressions.
All right, well, that's pretty good. So, hey, we are talking about feel-good stories today. So the funny thing about this wheel, the Wheel O topics that we have that I've created, is I just sort of threw things on the wheel and left it open to interpretation. So like today, the whole feel-good stories thing, I figured let's lay some groundwork. Like, where do you find a feel-good story? Now, you could tune in to Don't Ask Me to Talk. There's feel-good stories. But generally, like, how do you take, like, feel-good story?
Yeah, I mean, and I still am not 100% sure if the idea behind it was like a story that we read, or is it a story in the news? Is it a story from our own lives
Yes.
that makes you feel good?
Yes.
So
I think it's all of them. Like, to me, like, feel good story, there is the touchstone, whether it is, for me, for instance, Little House in the Big Woods. I loved that book. I loved the first few chapters. They talked about getting ready for the winter, and clearly I was a pioneer or starved in some past life, because I loved that they were like, braiding the garlic and putting up food and all this kind of stuff. And that made me feel good in like a I'm ready kind of a way. Then there's the stories that you hear about, the kitten that is protected by, the duck. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Like, what a cute feel-good story. Or the person that overcame adversity that you hear about in the news, and that's a feel-good story. Or some story that you've, something that you remember from childhood, or a book that you read. So I feel like all of it is true. All of it works. And, like during the pandemic, I would go down like a YouTube wormhole looking at channels that were like, amazing animals that, helped humans. And I was like, oh my gosh, like animals are so much better than people. And, and I would look to things like that to make me feel good.
Sure.
So, I don't know. Like, do you have, like, is there something that you'll see or hear and you're like, oh yeah, that's good stuff. Like, good enough. Let me put it this way. Anything that's good enough that you would actually share it, right? Like, that's what we talk about on this show. Sharing. So what's a story that's good enough that you would share?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of great stories out there. And, I feel you on the, social media can be a very negative thing sometimes, but it's also like my number one source for seeing cute animal pics. So in that sense, it is a good news thing, even if the only news part of it is, hey, this animal was cute
Right?
for this minute that we took this picture. You got to find the goodness where you can, I think,
Totally. And I'm so with you on that. Like, I found, my YouTube feed would start to like have weird things like, check out these cute little otters that live with this family in Asia. And I was like, this is so weird. But then I found myself totally watching it because I'm like, oh my gosh, they had a birthday. Look, that's so cute. And, just random things like that, that it just made you feel like, I guess, in terms of thinking about what makes them feel good, it's like hopeful.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Like, hopeful that there is like a shred of like decency and humanity, and like for a moment you can forget all the other stuff and you can just like be present to appreciate like that, just the unadulterated goodness. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So for my feel-good story and thinking about what I was going to pick, even though I'm the one that came up with the idea, I was like, well, shoot, now I've got to figure it out. And I actually picked a children's book. So I, at one time, managed a Doubleday bookshop in Princeton, New Jersey. It's not there anymore. And we specialized in a few different book categories. And the one that I really championed was the children's book area. In, you know, the town of Princeton, you've got a university there. There's a seminary there. Like, you don't need another textbook, another, you know, book on religion. Like, we had all of those bookstores. We needed something different. And so I was really big on children's books, and found that I loved reading them. I loved the lessons that we got from them. I just adored them. And there is one book in particular that has always stood out. And
now I got to say, before you say that, I Googled feel-good stories just for inspiration here, and a website came up with a list of 50 great feel-good stories, and half the list is children's stories. So I want to see if your story is on this list.
Okay. Is Miss Rumphius on the story?
Miss Rumphius.
Rumphius.
I am not seeing it, so they may need to make this a 51 list.
Well, and here's what I would say. I don't know that a kid would hear this story and be like, oh, this is a feel-good story.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that, and you'll know why I say, excuse the pun, it planted a seed years ago, and now as I'm in my 50s, it really resonates, and it's something that it feels good because it is basically spreading good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I am just going to read a page from the book, and it'll give you an idea of the premise. So enjoy. I can't show you the pictures, but you could always get the book. The story is called Miss Rumphius. It is a story by Barbara Cooney, who actually was the winner of the American Book Award. So,
and I've never heard of this.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah.
You can sit back and enjoy. In the evening, Alice sat on her grandfather's knee and listened to his stories of faraway places. When he had finished, Alice would say, when I grow up, I too will go to faraway places. And when I grow old, I too will live beside the sea. That is all very well, little Alice, said her grandfather, but there is a third thing you must do. What is that? Asked Alice. You must do something to make the world more beautiful, said her grandfather. So there you go. My feel-good story.
Hey, that is a very nice story, and if people want to hear the whole thing, they'll need to read the book, of course.
Of course.
Yes. Yeah. So what was it about that story that really stuck out to you, and maybe give us a little summary on what the story is about, really?
I think that it is about having the goals of the young, where I'm going to go to faraway places. I'm going to go see things, learn things, experience things. It's also then a goal about when you settle down, what you want that to look like, in this case, looking like the sea. And then that thing that her grandfather had told her about making the world a more beautiful place. And it doesn't have to be physical beauty. It can be about putting out good energy. It can be about kindness. It can be about acceptance. It can be whatever it is. But the idea that you plant the seeds wherever you go, and that they will grow either there or they will grow because you've spread them and they have been carried to other places.
Yeah.
So.
Good stuff.
Right? So anyway. That is my feel-good story.
So, yeah, beautiful book that people should definitely check out, you know, whether you have kids or not. I think that was nice.
And that is the whole point. When I worked at, the bookstore, I found tons of books that I would recommend as gifts for people, whether people forget that childlike curiosity and learning and keeping it simple.
Right.
There's another book called What Do You Do with an Idea, which is an awesome book. It is this whole idea of you've got this idea and what do you do with it? And, people make it seem weird and awkward. And so you feel like you need to hide it. And by the end of the book, you realize that what you do with an idea is you share it. There is another book that's called, I feel like it's called The Hill or something. And it's another, I must have a thing about planting things because it's another thing about, planting seeds wherever you go. Even silly stories like The Stinky Cheese Man and other fairly ridiculous tales. That's an awesome book. And that's just a feel-good, like, laugh out loud.
Well, I'll tell you some of the feel-good children's stories from this list that I found. And I've read quite a few of these, actually. The Velveteen Rabbit by Marjorie Williams is on here.
Yep.
And I, in my mind, did not think of that as being a feel-good story because this is a kid that I think has meningitis or scarlet fever, a very contagious disease. So he gets all these gifts. And all his stuff basically has to be burnt, including his favorite Velveteen Rabbit that he's attached to. But I believe in the end, the rabbit comes to life, which I completely forgot. So I forgot that actually had a happy ending. I was just thinking it's about this poor kid that gets sick and loses all his stuff.
Right? Exactly. Like, wah, wah.
Right. And I still like the book.
Oh, my God.
But some other ones on here, the Ransom of Red Chief by O. Henry, which I don't know that one.
I don't know that story.
In fact, it's the synopsis, they say, crime doesn't pay. In fact, it'll cost you, which I think is a good positive lesson for folks.
Sure.
The Ugly Duckling from Hans Christian Andersen. Of course, we all know that one. A little teeny thing by Anonymous, a girl's lesson about showing consideration for all creatures, big or small.
Oh.
And the illustrations make the story, they say. The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter, which I did read. That was a favorite as a kid.
But that's like a naughty little bunny.
It is a naughty little bunny, yes. That's why I was like, I'm not so sure about some of these. But Mr. McGregor can't catch this mischievous rabbit who manages to escape harm but loses his coat and shoes and has to go to bed without blackberries and cream. So I think he learns a lesson.
Yes.
Even though he's being ornery, he learns a lesson, which is why it's a feel-good thing.
Okay, that's fair.
And plus, it's a outfit in an outfit. So
I mean,
that's feel-good right there.
We were talking about hip-hop earlier.
Well, I was going to say the cute animals that you see on your Instagram and
I
Facebook.
thought you were going to hip-hop.
Yes. Hip-hop. I'm not sure my synapses are making that connection.
To National Hip-Hop Day.
But a rabbit in an outfit?
Okay, it's just hippity-hoppity.
Oh, right. The hippity-hoppity.
Yeah,
Sorry, I forgot about that part.
Wow.
But
okay.
so there's many more on this list that people can check out if they go to AmericanLiterature.com. And then, of course, there's a whole bunch of more adult-oriented ones as well, like The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry, which is another one that I'm not so sure if that's a feel-good story.
That's lack of communication.
Right, yes. Two people in love buy each other a Christmas present, but the present, ironically, is they had to sell the item that would make that a Christmas present worth having in both cases. So, yeah. It's kind of a more of like a M. Night Shyamalan kind of thing.
It is, actually.
That it is a feel-good story.
It is.
But maybe you just feel good if you enjoy twist endings. I don't know.
Well, do you remember the series of books, Chicken Soup for like the Soul, Chicken Soup for, that's kind of like the ultimate like Reader's Digest version of good feel-good stories. As I think about it, right? All those feel-good stories.
And I guess it's a feel-good story for the people that started that brand because now they make all kinds of stuff with that brand.
They totally do.
Super successful.
Right?
And who knew that just one little book could spring into an empire? Now they make cat food and dog food and frozen meals and all kinds of crazy stuff. So, hey, that's a feel-good story.
I mean, right? Yeah. So for me, definitely the children's books things and keeping it simple, the YouTube thing. there's certain YouTube channels. Actually, I'll save this for when we're talking about YouTube channels, but like there's just seeing the animals help the people or the people help the animals, or the other one. Oh my gosh, I'm a sucker for this. When animals are reunited with their owners after they haven't seen each other. Now, throw in a soldier who is home from insert place. And
Afghanistan,
yes,
for instance.
Right.
Sure.
And my kids, they like to mess with my emotions, and they will send videos where they're like, look at this soldier being reunited with its German Shepherd. And I'm like, oh, it's so sweet. Yeah. So that is like the ultimate for me. What is the thing that if a family member, if I sent you a video, what would be the thing that would make you open it? Not spam, but, what's the story that you're like, all right, I'm a sucker for, Gertie, doing a dance in, a doggy tutu?
Well, yeah, of course I'd be a sucker for that. Yeah, you could send me anything with a beagle in it, and I'd check it out because they're just, one of the cutest dogs there is. And, owning a beagle mix and, just loving her is, of course, I sign me up for all that content. But one thing that I discovered that I really like is pictures of donkeys.
What?
There's I started following the donkey sanctuary of Ireland, and they post the most adorable pictures of donkeys. And just every time I see one of their posts, it just puts a smile on my face.
Oh, how bizarre. But also how cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, donkeys unfortunately get abandoned because people don't know what to do with them. They can be a lot of work, but they're apparently they're really great companion animals, and do really well on a farm. But they need people to take care of them. So there's these donkey sanctuaries in the UK and in Ireland, and they do really good work by taking care of these abandoned donkeys, and they really thrive at these sanctuaries. So
okay, this just proves my point about random goodness, because you stumbled upon this, and
right. It's
totally random, and yet it's such goodness.
Good. Yeah,
exactly. I love that. That is amazing. That's the stuff that, I love when people share, which, by the way, listener, if there is a story or a YouTube channel or a book or some random social media account, whatever it is, please share it with us. And what we'll do is I will share it on our social media, our Instagram account. I will add it to our story, just so you know. I never really promote this. I probably should. But we have a Instagram account. It's called Stacy Connects Podcast. And I feature both Stacy Connects episodes as well as Don't Ask Me to Talk. And I would love to share content about feel-good stories.
Awesome. Nothing makes me feel better or feel good more than a great meal. How about you?
Yeah. Comfort food. Hello.
Absolutely. And you know who's the king of comfort food?
I know what you're going to say.
Our good friend Vance Dinkfelder, who I also call the Lord of the Sandwich. And we're going to talk to him here in just a minute.
All right. Let's take a break so that we can hurry back and chat with Vance. Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture, or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then, I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging. Don't ask me to talk. Hey, welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. This is Stacy. I'm joined by Eric.
That's me.
So, you know what is even better than a feel-good story?
You got me?
Feel-good food.
Amen to that.
There you go. So, here he is.
It's time for another edition of the Lord of the Sandwich, also known as What Are We Eating with Lance Dingfelder.
Yes. Hello, Vance. How are you?
Stacy, hi. How are you doing today?
We are doing great. So,
Isn't the weather incredible?
I mean, isn't this why people put up with the other 10 months?
What do you mean put up with? I mean, this is it. It's always like this, didn't you know?
Oh, sorry. I must be
We
wearing...
did break a record yesterday. Or the other day. It was in its 90s. I mean, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, it is a little cray. The leaves on the tree outside my house are so dry that it looks like fall because they're all on the ground.
Yeah, but Stacy, didn't you love the smell of burning leaves when you were a kid?
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Or jumping into a pile of leaves?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just...
Nothing better.
Yeah, except it's too early to talk about that.
No, but why is so much candy on the shelves in the grocery stores?
Don't even get me started. We're not going to talk about this.
What's
Denial.
happening with that?
Denial.
It's like, I mean, come on. It's like they're trying to push Halloween forward.
I'm telling you, back to
like
school
all things
started
are
in
crazy.
June. It's crazy. All right.
Well,
That's just so they can
was
do
in June. But
Christmas
we need to talk
in
about what
September.
we're eating, don't we?
We do. And before we talk about what we're eating, I want to tell you that on Monday night, I went to the Yankee game again.
Yeah, and the Yankees won.
Yes.
Surprise.
Well, you know, it was because I was there. And I was sitting there and I started
Minding your own business.
minding my own business.
When all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
Exactly. I started a conversation.
you saw a bird.
No. I started a conversation with the couple behind me, and
Go figure.
I know. It's crazy. Don't ask me to
Am I
talk.
supposed to be surprised?
And so was chit-chatting with them, found out that they are both of Russian descent, found out that...
Oh, wow.
Yep. Found out that the man, Dmitry, he actually came to the United States as a 10-year-old. He was granted asylum. Like, whole fascinating, interesting story.
Great story.
Right? I'm going to have him on my other show, but I digress. So,
What show is that?
oh, Stacy Connects. No biggie.
Come on. There you go.
So was chatting with them and learned that he saw what my last name is, Heller. He said, "Hey, are you Jewish?" And I said, "I'm not." And anyway, got into a conversation about that. And I was
You
like,
really are Jewish, don't you know that?
well, I mean, yes, but
We can't tell your parents.
I-
Your mother would have an aneurysm.
she totally would. She'd say the rosary. And
I'll do the rosary with her.
well, there you go. So that's good. So told Dimitri and his girlfriend about Dingfelder's Delicatessen, and if you're interested in some authentic Jewish deli, this is where you need to go, which then led me to get into a conversation with the guy sitting in front of me who's from the Bronx and was like, "Say what
Oh my
now?"
God.
And I was like,
There's a whole section.
I was like, okay, everybody, like, let me tell you, I'm only going to say it once. And I totally shared with the guy from the Bronx and his buddy that he was with and Dimitri and his girlfriend.
And they haven't been.
Well, it was Monday. I mean, come on.
Oh, okay.
But I
No.
did.
No. Had they been before?
Oh, no, it was new
They
for
didn't
them.
even know about it.
No,
There's still people out there that we can get.
I know. So,
So how about if we? Okay, Stace.
yeah.
What about the stadium? What if you could get a sandwich at the stadium?
Hey, that'd be amazing.
Right? Let's do it. Who do we need to talk to?
I don't know yet, but maybe we should talk to somebody.
Actually,
Because
I have an idea.
I was thinking Seahawks, right? But because the Seahawks, it's a shorter season, right? It'd be easier to do.
Right.
But baseball, come on. Who wouldn't want a pastrami and corned beef sandwich
I mean,
watching the game? And our stadium was so unique in the fact that, remember sushi? Remember you get sushi at our stadium? It's the coolest,
yes.
right?
Yes, it's weird.
But
I'm
yeah,
going to say
I
it.
think
It's
we
weird.
need to get a Dingfelder's kiosk somewhere.
Or a cart, a food cart outside. Because when we were leaving, somebody had a cart and they had
You got to get a hot dog or a sausage, something like that.
All right. Well,
how about a Dingfelder's dog?
I love it.
I mean,
because we're going to have dogs, Stace.
Okay, is this what we're eating?
You got to have a big dog.
Let the big dog eat.
Let.
So, is that what we're eating this week? By the way,
are we eating dogs?
Are we
eating dogs? Are we going to eat like?
And hopefully we're talking about hot dogs
That wasn't
here.
what I was planning to talk about. But absolutely, because we're researching hot dogs for Dingfelders. Because when we reopen and allow people to come in, and my contractor Terry Fletcher is taking too long.
Okay, nothing like a public flogging.
I loved outing him. I did that on purpose. Okay. Hopefully he's listening. So as soon as we reopen, we will have a griddle. And you know what comes with a griddle.
I mean,
hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Smash burgers come with griddles too, but we won't get into that.
Yeah.
Hot
and
dogs.
By the way, I do want to clarify for listeners that when you say reopening, you mean welcoming people into the space. Yes. You're open. Yes. You're open for business.
We are open. Open with wide open arms, feeding the community. That's what we do.
And a very convenient
People
walk-up
every
window.
day come up to the window and go, with this look on their face of dismay. It's almost I can read their minds going, what the hell is this? they have this expectation of a delicatessen, and they walk up to the window, and people have probably told them how good it is, and they walk up and they go, oh, this is not what I'm expecting, right? But then we feed them.
Right. Well,
and then it changes. And we put a couple tables outside.
Oh,
because
good.
of the construction in the back. The sidewalk's closed. Hot dogs. Hot dogs. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Uncured hot dogs, or do we get the old world hot dogs? Where do we get the dogs from? I personally like Nathan's hot dogs, by the way.
I do too.
Those are good dogs.
It's a great dog, okay? Yeah. I love the snap. I like
the skin.
And you know what? I grew up on Nathan's hot dogs in Coney Island. Doesn't get any better than that, really. I'm not talking about a dirty water dog, okay? The little orange globules of grease floating in the top? No. It's a bread. Please. Talking about a Nathan's hot dog on a griddle. Or, better yet, in a deli, you know how they had that aluminum foil on the griddle?
Oh, yeah.
With the hot dogs and the knishes?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they had the onions with the sauerkraut, right?
Yeah. See, people around here aren't used to that. Like, that is a quintessential New York thing.
That's a New York thing. Right. You get a dog while you're in, okay, you're in court, okay? There's a recess, you go get a dog, okay?
Right.
It's a slice, it's a dog, it's a bagel. That's what you get. So we need to have hot dogs. Now, people want to have the Seattle dog, right?
Yeah, that's a great.
I don't know about the Seattle dog.
I know about it, and I like
Cream cheese and the jalapenos.
It's good.
It's weird.
No, it's
it
delicious.
was really good. Okay, the first time was in Pioneer Square.
Yeah.
Like in 1990, I want to say, a long time ago. Okay. And it was late night in Pioneer Square. Remember the Pay One Price?
No. I wasn't here.
Eric, do you remember Pay One Price?
I've heard of it, but I don't think I ever got the chance to go.
It was a thing down in Pioneer Square.
Yep.
You paid I think it was really cheap. I think it was $5 or $15, and you got to get into 12 clubs that had live music.
Yep.
And blues and rock, and there was some cool music. There was the reggae place, and until something had changed it.
Right.
Interesting.
Anyway,
right.
I digress.
Well,
hot dogs. We've been sampling hot dogs, and we have a lot of different ones. The one that's in the lead is A&H hot dogs.
Interesting.
It's a kosher dog. And it's nice and garlicky. It's got a good snap to it. And the bun is also something that's very important. But how do you like your dog, Stace?
You mean, how do I like them, like grilled versus or just...
Well, I mean, you could put it on a stick and do it on a fire.
No.
That's a good way to do it.
No. And I'm not doing the whole.
I mean, you can microwave a dog.
No, it explodes.
Right? I mean, you
supposedly.
can. No,
Yeah.
you got to keep your eye on it.
All right. Well, so I love a grilled hot dog. I like it to be charred, and I also
Right,
have
well done.
right. And I also have a thing about I don't. So my thing with Mariner dogs is that this is I don't even know how to say this without it being weird. It's too much meat. Okay. Like,
Excuse me?
I know.
No.
With Dingfelders,
No.
it's all about the meat and
What do
everything.
you mean? It's all about the meat, and it can't be too much.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I digress. It can be too much sometimes.
So for me, I like a more classically sized, like the ratio then of meat to bun is
To
better
bun.
for me,
Right.
personally.
You need a good ratio. You got to get your mouth around it.
Right. And then if I have stuff on it, then I want to have room for that and whatever. And so if
And
there's,
what's the stuff you put on it?
well, so I'm not a sauerkraut person. So I'm a bit of a purist, to be completely honest. I like them plain, or sometimes I'll add, like you can add beans or you can add other things on them.
What was it? I didn't hear what you said.
Beans.
Beans?
Yeah.
Like baked beans?
Like hot
or-
dogs and beans?
Yeah. Like some
Like
baked
baked
beans.
beans?
Yeah, like that. I
that
like
could
the
be good.
sweet and like
Or
maple.
like a chili dog? You like a chili dog?
Well, a chili dog is more meat. I like just the beans.
Gotcha.
You like the beans.
I like the beans.
They're good for your heart.
Sure. It's also my nickname.
That's right.
It's your nickname?
It is.
You know, that's funny. My ex-wife's nickname was Beans.
Oh, I mean, but does she have a tattoo that says beans? Anyway,
We can digress.
yeah. So
Us, never.
exactly. So
Not in
anyway,
this segment.
so but generally, I am a purist. I like a hot dog like plain. It's kind of like cheese pizza. Like I like pizza, like cheese pizza.
So let me ask you this. So when you would go to a game in New York,
Yep.
and you know how they got those guys walking around with the hot dogs?
Yeah.
Right? The little thing that
Yeah.
the hot dogs
The
were already
box.
pre-made. Right?
Yeah.
The box. The hot box.
Yeah. Come
It was the coolest thing.
on. Totally.
Did you like those dogs?
I did like those dogs because
What's wrong? I mean, the bread was nice and soggy.
right.
How it got around the dog.
Here's the
And
thing.
then you know, when you bit it, it kind of stuck to the roof of your mouth a little bit.
100%. It was like having the wafer, the Eucharist at church on Sundays.
It was like the wafer.
And, like, I mean, some would argue that, like, baseball
I'm Jewish,
is.
by the way.
I
and
know.
yes,
But
I had the wafer.
it's
I thought a
okay.
lightning bolt was going to come through the roof and go,
You
you
sur-
don't belong.
You survived. You survived.
My friend was so mad at me. You're not supposed to do that.
I mean, whatever.
I got a little freaked out when he said the body of Christ. I got to tell you.
Okay. Well, again,
We digress.
we digress. So,
I can just imagine little Vance. Is this kosher?
Okay, I used to be in the pew, and I would just scoot forward but not kneel on the thing.
there you go.
I thought it was against the Ten Commandments.
Oh, my gosh. There's so much misinformation out there.
You know, the shame they put you through.
Right, exactly. So anyway, okay, so
Hot
back to
dog.
the hot dog. So yes, I liked the hot dogs in the box because part of that is also the experience of being at the ballpark.
Yes.
And they throw you the hot dog and
They
then you
throw a
send
hot dog and what about Cracker Jacks?
right, same thing. And then the weird thing is they throw you the food and then you pass the money
Pass
down.
the money back down. And what about the change?
Well, like then the idea is like, well, keep the change.
Keep the change. You just keep it.
Right. So
Oh my God.
Anyway.
It's so funny.
all right. So basically, because we basically have spent all of our time today and only have like 2 minutes left, basically what you're trying to tell us is that while you are working steadily at opening the doors so that people can come in and eat, you are also expanding what it is that you are trying to
The
serve at
menu.
Dingfelders.
Yes, we are going to really try to be Dingfelders and what you would expect in a New York style. Soon it's going to be a Seattle thing. You want a deli, you're going to go to Seattle. You got to go to Dingfelders. That's what it's going to become.
I love
God
it.
willing. God willing. And
From
hopefully
your
we'll
lips
have
to
all the
God's
food-
ears.
All the food that you guys like, we'll have. Right? And that's going to be how it rolls, I hope. We'll see. Time will tell. We made it through COVID, even though COVID's not really over.
Right. Well, that's how it hot dog rolls.
We like the hot dog rolls.
Yeah. There you go.
Unless you know carbonate.
I can't wait to go down.
How about a dog on a stick with a cup of mustard, ketchup, and relish?
I mean,
hey, that sounds good.
I don't know. I kind of like the bun around it.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, I do
You got to put the bun around the dog.
Can't wait to go down and try a hot dog at Dingfelder's. But for now, you already have an amazing menu, fantastic sandwiches, and so much more. And people should check it out at dingfelders.com if they want to see the menu. And then, of course, they should go down in person in Capitol Hill and see you and get a sandwich because, we describe it every week and we drool, but there's nothing like actually going and tasting it. So, folks, dingfelders.com for the website.
Yep. Go there. Tell them that Eric and Stacy sent you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Vance. Love chatting with you and can't wait to sample.
Amazing. God bless.
Have a great week. And, of course, now we're going to have to pick what we're going to talk about next week.
That's right. We got to spin the wheel.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So, would you rather?
Oh.
Would you rather talk about something you already talked about? Would you rather come up with a whole new topic?
All right.
So I assume, would you rather? Now you inside. This is how we make the sausage here, folks. Stacy has, labeled the wheel with a bunch of different topic ideas, and would you rather? So. I'm guessing that you're thinking of the old school game, basically, where kids would you rather eat a booger or would you rather,
kind of. We're going to play
whatever
that game.
Something worse than that would be.
Yeah. So I have homework, but we're going to basically play that game next week. And, we always promise the sublime to the ridiculous, and that is what we're going to experience next week.
Definitely ridiculous, then.
I love it. All right. So then stay tuned for next week, which is a weird thing to say. We'll see you next week.
That's right.
And in the meantime, have a great week, everybody. Remember to go and check out Dingfelders and remember to share what's good in the world.